Hey there, abiding fam, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. It has been a minute. For those of you who don't know, the last time I created a video here on my channel was for the May bullet journal setup that I'm currently quickly flipping through for you. And if you watched that video, then you know why I am a little out of my element lately in terms of creating videos on YouTube, and that is because I'm getting married. Actually, I'm getting married tomorrow at the time that you're watching this video, so that is super exciting but also very time consuming. And so creating this video came with a lot of stress because I felt like I didn't really have time to set up for June, at least not early enough to be sharing it with you guys. And at the same time, I really wanted to get a video out because I don't like for there to be a break in my monthly setups. And so I was like, you know what? I need to just take a step back and realize that bullet journaling is meant to work for us in the seasons we're in. And the season I'm in wasn't going to allow for some crazy elaborate bullet journal setup. And for some of you may look at this and say, girl, that is pretty elaborate because maybe it's a lot more than you like to normally do. But typically when I create my bullet journal setups, I take sometimes 2 to 3 hours. Not all the time, sometimes it's less, but I can get really into coming up with a theme and figuring out what kind of spreads I want to create, and then also, you know, picking out elements or figuring out doodles by looking at Pinterest that I want to draw. And it can just be a very time-consuming process, as I'm sure many of you have experienced as well. And so this month, I just wanted it to be a message to all of you that it's okay to take a step back from your norm in those busier seasons and say, my bullet journal doesn't have to be what it is in every other month. It can be simpler. It can be one spread, which is just the calendar, or I can just do weeklies. There's no need. Now, obviously, in this case, I still created a cover page, but there's no need to create a cover page. You don't have to track your habits this month. You don't have to do dailies or weeklies or make a monthly calendar. You can do whatever you want. That's the whole point of bullet journaling. And I also want to just put out this really quick PSA, public service announcement? Yes, that's correct. That it's also okay to skip a month in your bullet journal. There, I said it. It's okay, guys. So if that's you right now, if you're watching June setups and being like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna fit in my bullet journal this month, or I feel like it's becoming more time consuming than actually helping me get done the things I want to be getting done, then just go back to the basics and say, you know what, I'm just going to use this blank page in this journal to make a list of all the things I need to do, and this month I'm not going to worry about the art. So this month, that was just really on my heart to share with you guys. Obviously, some of you, like I said, will look at this and say that it was still a pretty elaborate bullet journal setup. You know, I still did make the cover page, I still did a calendar, but for me, this is a lot less elaborate and a lot less creative than I typically try to be, because partly, I have to be honest, because I have a YouTube channel, and so it is important to be coming up with new ideas and to be sharing them with you. But this month, I just said, you know what, I don't need a theme. I can just pick out a few stickers. I don't need to be creative and think about doodles or how I'm going to draw something. I can just grab a few colors I really like, put a sticker on the page, and that be the end of it. So this whole setup took me about 30 minutes, a little bit less, and that is pretty quick for me. And to set up a few spreads, I think that's a pretty good time frame. And I have to be honest, even in the midst of all that, and even with me saying how, you know, it's a really busy season and so I felt like I didn't have time for my bullet journal, it still was so relaxing and just so needed in this season to step back and take those 30 minutes with my bullet journal. And let that be an encouragement to you as well, that in those busy seasons, you shouldn't be giving up the things that matter most to you. While it's okay to pull back from them a little bit, you need to really ask yourself, am I giving this up because it's a busy season and this is dead weight? Or am I giving up something that is actually really restoring to my soul and actually the thing that I need most to keep in this season? When we're busy, it's so easy to chip off the things that seem like they're not adding value or that we just feel like there isn't time for because they're just for our personal love of them. It's not for getting something done. It's not for the new job. It's not for the children. It's not for productivity. It's not for the hustle. And so we think that's not important, right? But it is. It is so important because life isn't about hustling. It's not about the job. Obviously, it is about taking care of your kids, but you have to keep yourself at your best in order to take care of others, in order to be the best in your job and do all of the things that you have dreamed of and that are on that big to-do list. You have to be at your best. And in order to be at your best, you have to be doing the things that restore your soul. So I just want to encourage all of you that even when it feels like there isn't time, you have to ask yourself when you're prioritizing what you want to keep in that season, what is adding value to your life? What is restoring to your soul? What makes you want to get up in the morning? Because something tells me it's not work, right? I share this because it's a personal struggle for me. The first things to go in my life when I feel like I'm just over my head busy are my hobbies. They're the things I do just because I love them. But I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm doing all of the tasks I need to get done a disservice when I get rid of the things that are filling me up. And the truth is, guys, the things that fill us up should never be the first to go because otherwise we're just running on empty. So I hope that's an encouragement to you to take the time and really reflect on what it is that fills you up. With that said, guys, that brings us to the end of my June setup. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully gained something from it. Even though there's no theme, I hope that you were able to be inspired. And I can't wait to create more videos for you guys after I'm married. So I hope you'll join our abiding fam and just bear with me through this new season in my life. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope your month is full of abiding joy, love, and of course, creativity.